know you're
I'm ready.
ready. I wanted to add a little bit more after the video, so to talk about all the questions all into one. Peer pressure. You should not have sex. Basically, don't let anybody peer pressure you to have sex. If you choose to have sex before your marriage, that is your choice. Um, you shouldn't feel discouraged if you're religious. It happens. The only thing you can do, you can't change the past. You can only move forward. You can have sex, but at the same time, you shouldn't. The thing you should do is, if you do have it, just conform to celibacy until you find that one person you see yourself spending the rest of your life with. You might not feel as pure as you once did before you had sex, but you will come to a spiritual understanding that yes, I made mistakes, but this is what I'm doing to forgive myself for making an error in my judgment. To high school students, focus on school, because sometimes you think you know what you're doing, but you really don't, and you end up about to bring a human being into this world that you're not ready for, and you miss out on opportunities of going to college, getting a great job, living in a big house, getting a whole lot of money, and all that. It's just, sometimes you gotta think about what you're doing, and the time, instead you gotta think with your brain, not with your, and it's also a part of growing up, and some kids might be like in the ballpark that I am. I didn't have my father growing up. He wasn't around as much as he was supposed to, and I had to learn certain things on my own. I had people that was like around the same age I am teaching me how to be a man when they shouldn't, and then half of the time my mom, and then it was me and my uncles teaching myself how to become a man. I'm still learning how to become a man, because I'm still make certain judgments that are beneath me, but I know better now. If I had to change anything, kinda I wouldn't, because I learned a lot from that first time experience, and I think if people regret that first time experience, then they really, you can regret, but sometimes you take a lot from that experience to understand, like, yeah, I made mistakes, but I'm moving forward. And people that peer pressure you to have sex typically are the ones that probably never had sex, or probably had like 5 different kids, five different people, which equals up to 25 kids. If you did the math right, 5 times 5, 25. It's all in the mind. People like to play mind games with you, and that's what peer pressure basically is when it comes to sex. They kind of play with your mind. They be like, we all had sex, in the back of their mind, be like, yeah, but it was terrible. But let's make him understand, like, yeah, he should have sex too, because you don't want, we want him to feel as bad as, but we want she to feel as bad as we do, and that's not always the case. Sex is a tool. I'm passionate. It could be a tool that is used for good, like I did at Jamaican Pause, and it could be used for evil. I wrote a paper recently about how sex is transferred to power. It's transferred into power. I know what you're thinking. Power? What does that do? Anything? The one that controls sex controls power. Hence, a pimp. A pimp has power over his mistresses. I want to use mistresses, but that's not the right word to use. I don't want to use the other word because I'm giving this to my professor. Sorry, professor. So the pimp controls the ladies, and he controls the money. By the pimp controlling the ladies and the money, he has all the power. but really he doesn't. Which really comes down to it is really the women, and being told that it's up to 5 minutes, and yeah, I'm sorry I've been blabbing off topic, but you got what I was saying, guys. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you taking the time out to look at this professor. Hey, I need that A. Go ahead.